And yeah, I've been playing off stream for the last 10 minutes and, you know, fingers crossed. No crashes. And nothing. Lost a buy in a pier when I had a very nice hand and somebody called it a pure flush. Nothing else, and he got there on the turn, and he got there on the river. But certainly can't fault myself for that. Right, let's get the word out that possibly another stream is happening. Interesting spot. This might have been a fun race. I don't think he has King 10 like ever here. And we're either splitting or I'm good. Yeah. Ooh, what's happening here? Things are getting rather expensive. Okay. I'll get out of the way then. Ace, King, King. Wow, like this guy. Also seems to be a good table over here. See if we can get some of that rake back here. We might flop the bottom set, a blocker, and of course a gutter. Okay, that'll do me just fine if everybody's checking in front of us. There's only one straight possible. Nobody would have checked this one here on the rainbow board. And we end up taking it down. Some rakeback coming our way. Nice. We're gonna do down here. We're gonna fold is what we'll do. The A655 on the button double suited, certainly a fine hand to raise and raise call at that. I suspect we have the best hand here pretty often. We take it down. Not a great board. Then again, we're not getting great boards all that often with that hand. That being said, I think it's still a raise. Here, I'm gonna have to let her go, being completely offsuit. It's a pity. Okay. Let's hope everything is gonna continue working just fine. It has the last 10 minutes where I played off stream. So far so good. And somebody was very helpful and said on Twitter, why not play on another side? And to be honest, that thought hadn't occurred to me at all. How's the player pool doing? It dropped a little bit. 23 entries PLO 10, 2 entries PLO 20, so us leaving or having a break there certainly didn't help the PLO 20 pool, but oh well, it'll fill back up. Actually, I should probably update the stream title, right? Because this is stream number 3. Done and done. And from the looks of it, the tables are pretty nice currently. Some blue shirts on every table. Here, two dudes left behind. Left to act behind. Apparently I can't talk today. I'm still a little bit, well, not tired, but still not completely arrived in the moment. After the Eurocon event in the Netherlands. So I guess in that regard, starting off slow at PLO 10 is probably beneficial. I'm gonna let this one go. It's a little bit too disconnected. 10 and a 5 is not a good start. Yeah. I guess starting at MP, cutoff as the latest. That's raise for sure. That hand, the ace 10 5 3. That, but not under the gun. Right, closing the action here with a pocket pair in my hand. That is fine. Pretty much the same is true here. If you could switch boards, that would be awesome. So. Gonna let it go until I'm able to take some notes on this dude. He returned a nut flush draw. We have a gutter as well. And so much for that hand, of course, on table 2. Not gonna try any bluffing here. There's an interesting one. With the 7, I think double suited it still is a re-raise. Like with the 8, I wouldn't need to think about it. Big gap in there. I'll check it out in a moment, never hurts. Let's play the pre-flop first though. I mean, out of position, a bet sizing of a third isn't a thing all too often, but I think I prefer to checking here. And it's not like we're losing massive amounts of equity here if we get raised, which is indeed the case, so I'll just let it go. I mean, had a gutter at the back door, blockers, but as I said, not great equity. I think that went fine. But generally speaking, I don't use the 1/3 bet sizing in a heads-up pot out of position. Calling here seems alright. What's going down up here? 9, the 7, the 5 has the side cards. Interesting. Yeah, I think calling is okay. Top pair and an open-ender. Here we have the flush draw. We have aces on another table. Should something come off it, I'll switch over. Down here, the king is not helping at all. Certainly adds to the amount of full houses he could have. He does check though, and that is fine. Here I'm gonna let it go. And here I'm just gonna check behind. And he had nothing in large quantities. An interesting one with me having the ace of spades here. Oh. I mean, I do have showdown value now, but I prefer to go turn my hand at no bluff still. Okay, the first PLO 20 table is opening, or has opened. I'll bring it over in a moment. Right, now I was gonna check out that, what was it, Jack 10-7. I'll do that in a moment, I haven't forgotten. Wow, he is call happy, if he indeed was the caller. Ooh! Well, don't mind if I do. A 400 big blind splash pot heading possibly our way. It certainly hit our table. You have a fair hand for it. See if you can get any folds. No, it's gonna be family. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, I think some of our flush draws are actually live. This is not gonna do it, I think. Aces take it down. It's always nice to see. Does he? Yeah. Nice. YOLO with the aces, huh? You know, equity-wise, from the short glance I got at the board and the hole cards, I don't think we were in bad shape at all. Babs Poker, hey! Welcome to the channel, Babs. Right, we get raised here, and this is certainly a hand to be calling with, especially in position. Interesting. I think you shouldn't like this board all that often at all. I'm gonna call and see what it does in the turn, of course planning to take it away if I can. He does indeed check. Yeah, Babs, just getting back into the grind. Haven't taken a break for the last week since I was at an event in the Netherlands. Ends up calling, which is not a happy thing at all. I'm never winning this if I check. I don't think this... I think I should have waited until the river here with my bet, not bet the turn. That was a very brave call, my friend. Very interesting. Yeah, but I don't like how I played this one, because I didn't have enough of a bet size left on the river as played to make him think. Which, you know, indeed he did not. So I actually would have preferred a turn check on my end, and then I think he's pretty much always he's checking a lot of rivers on this board, and then go for the bluff with a decent bet sizing. Right, that's before I forget that. Check 10-7 hand. So that was, we were in the small blind, the button opened. We hit the double suited check 10-7. That is a fun board. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. The 10-7 is a re-raise always. But with the open-ender, 2 pair outs are probably not bad. Giving us a flush draw on top. Although, of course, we could now be up against some ace jacks. Never say good time. Yeah, he tuned in at the perfect time. What stakes are you playing, Babs? Because they seem to be rarer at the higher stakes, but at PLO 10, keep in mind I'm usually 4-tabling, but I think hang on. But I think I've seen them happening like every 15 to 20 hours, 4-tabling. This is a fun one. And this is a pretty fun one as well. Get raised and the money's going in from my end. Here the board paired on a turn which he bet out, but now he checked the river again. So kind of a strange hand now. He's coming over the top. What? No, don't tell me he had the better. Ooh, wait, what? Oh, hey. Wow, he had us in rough shape there. He had the straight. He had the better flush draw. I think I'm gonna need to let this one go, even though I really don't want to. Yeah, did make a full house of my own in the end, but still. Really? A riverbed, huh? So what ended up happening over here is that we backed into the nuts here on the river, I think, right? Unless I can't read hands anymore, I'm just gonna pot it. Plop yet another nut flush on a different table. Gonna let you know what ends up happening up here. We get called, which is awesome. Here I got a fold to my re-raise, fair enough. Yeah, as I said, for tabling BAPs at PLO 10 I've seen large splashes at around somewhere between 15 and 20 hours. At PLO 20 they seem to be much rarer, or it's also possible that I just ran very well at PLO 10 when it comes to the splash parts, or I'm now running really bad, I don't know. But they seem to be rarer at PLO 20, which does make sense because it takes a longer time to gather the rake for, you know, 200 euro splash than it does for a 100 euro splash at PLO 10. I think this is a mistake here on my end calling. Shouldn't be there. There are spots to call, but I haven't in the small blind against the button open. Haven't memorized any of them, to be honest, because there's not that many of them. Mostly it's raise fold. Raise or fold, I mean. I'm making two pair, which might actually be good, unless he has like an ace 3, I think would be the most likely thing to beat us at this point. Nice. I'm rubbish at shorthand, as has become evident by now already, I am sure. Yeah, so all in all, perhaps I've played for like 400 hours since round 1's opened. And I had a whole bunch of large ones, like large splashes, I mean like 15? Somewhere around that. I think three-handed might be a call rather than a raise. I wouldn't hate the raise fold in this case. Like if he comes over the top again, I'm pitching it. A good board for him to c-bet on. Just let it go. Might be a spot to get creative in, but yeah, I'm taking it slow, having taken a break for a week. Finding my feet. Yeah, and that was the smallest of the large splashes. The 400 big blinds, they go up to 1,000 big blinds. We've actually seen that in the the day they introduced PLO 20 and did a super splash promotion where they gave back 80% in rakeback in the form of splashes. Right at the tail end of the session, we had a €200 splash happening. I think I'll let it go. I'll look this one up. He's the cutoff, right? I think that's actually a fine fold. Yeah, hell yeah. It looks tight, but it's fine, because the trouble there is you're gonna be out of position for the entire hand, and that is never a fun thing. That's why a lot of hands become folds in the small blind. He had decided to come over the top. Just gonna keep up the pressure here. I'm never winning this at showdown. Ooh, perfect. Also quite perfect is this board, which I'm gonna lead out on. Try to get some money in here. I've been way too passive in spots like these in the past. I'm trying to switch that up. So what's happening here? It's certainly not the side. This is legitimately tanking. It's not like the issue we had before, where I got timeouts on my end, because the hands on other tables are progressing just fine. Case in point. Interesting one. I think it's a little bit thin to come over the top. Not really necessary. Certainly a fine flop here. It's really small, huh? Okay, so this dude apparently had a bug or is just timed out, needed to be someplace away from the computer. Let's see. Yeah. Also an interesting spot down here. Right, so he keeps calling. I have the feeling he's not gonna fold if I keep betting. He's not gonna fold a straight or whatever, I think. Just given the speed he called with. So I'll check it. I expect to lose it quite often. If indeed he checks as well. I think I'm behind. I really think I'm behind here. So here that 4 doesn't really change a lot. Like one additional straight got there, I guess. I guess 2 with the 3-7 also being possible. End up taking it down. Sleepy dude, huh? He was the dude here, the aces in the splash pot. Oh, let it go. Table 3 is getting down to three-handed, so I opened up another one, switched this one out. But the first PLO 20 table is starting to fill up. Let's see. Possibly a little thin, although the Jack-10 combination is always nice to have in your hand. It's a fun turn. Really? He certainly seems to be wearing the correct shirt, being on the aggressive side of things. Okay, so we have a pair and blockers, gutters, or gutter. Certainly not looking to fold here. So bet sizing we can call. That's certainly one of them. Actually, even pot we could have called here. Don't think he's going to slow down all that often. Here we got aces on our table. I'll keep you updated. He calls, wow. Down here I'm gonna use my jack blockers now to the fullest extent. Let's see what happens here first. Really? Okay. Took it on with the aces, with the c-bet here. Here, I think I'm gonna check it, and I'm never folding, I think. Oh lord. Still, I'm not folding this. I don't think. Just gonna call and hate life. Yes! Alternatively, call and love life. So, up here, what was happening there? I saw you definitely had the 7 as well. You had the queen 10, 7, 5, so he had us out kicked with a queen kicker as opposed to our 9 kicker. On that 7-7 board, I mean. Interesting. I guess actually on the flop I might have led here sometimes. Although, on the other hand, I didn't have any diamonds. Just checking is also fine. Got kings at the PLO 20 table. And a very nice hand up here, the ace king 9-7 double suited. In position now for the rest of the hand. I think this is a board to c-bet on. It's gonna be horrible if we do get raised. Get called with the kings out of position. I'm gonna go for the bigger bet sizing here. Naturally, I'm not looking to get shoved. Turn an open-ender, have a blocker to the straight. On table 1 I took it down with a c-bet on the 10 high 10-4-3 board. Probably have to let it go. Not too happy about it. I mean, having 1-4 doesn't mean... It is a blocker, but doesn't mean they can't have it. An ace-4, even a 4-6 certainly was possible there. King 10-8, double suited on the button, playing effectively three-handed since two people are sitting out. Not gonna fold against the re-raise. And gonna check behind here. Again, I think I let it go. My two pair outs are not that numerous and not clean either. It's unfortunate if we're playing three-handed once more. Not my game at all. So if we flop a double gutter, I'll call this one's not sized, huh? It's a pity this table is now heads up. I would love to keep playing against him, but not heads up. He's in a tank. Not sure what's up with that. I think letting this one go isn't horrible either. Let's check this one out in a moment. Because the 6 isn't really helping at all. Make the 6 a 5 and that's fine, then it can make at least one straight in conjunction with the ace. But as far as boards go, flopping the rep and the backdoor flush is certainly fine. Oh, he found the bet button after ages, and I folded. You turn the flush draw, which is very neat. I think I'm gonna go for this one. The clubs have missed, which I'm not blocking at all. I'm blocking straight draws, I should say, of course, heavily. But he did end up folding. Very nice. So about that hand and playing it in the first place, let's check it out. Cut off ace, king, jack, 6 triple suited. Nah, it's fine. I was being way too cautious, but it's... hang on. No, it's fine, but it's a raise fold. That's important to note there. So if you get re-raised with that sort of hand, don't call. Just let it go. Toby's! Nice to see you back. Hope you had a good week. I'm still recovering a little bit from my thing, from the Eurocon, the trip to Holland. I think you can hear it in my voice too. It's a little bit deeper than it usually is. But just more raspy, something like that. Oh, get aces on the PLO 20 table. That is certainly a source of joy. And speaking of PLO 20, let me open up 2 more tables on the side. And ooh, we do get seated at 1. Nice. Betting pot there is also not bad at all. Right. Tough spot. I think all in all, I think it's really close. Like, checking here is certainly not bad in my mind. But as I said, my mind is still a little bit sluggish from the adventures of last week. 2 pair here. And of course blockers and the gutter myself. In a button versus blind spot, I decided to call here. Maybe not necessary, but then again, I do have that pair. I have position for the rest of the hand. I think it's fine. Okay, having top pair and now the turned nut flush draw. Doesn't look like anybody has the straight. Might be able to make 2 pair, I think. Okay, we are blocking king 9, but not jack 9. Let's check and see what comes of it. Pretty big bet, aren't we? Oof. The call. Screw it. The jack 9, huh? Yeah, they're all. He had it all. He had the jack 9, the king 9. Down here is stupid. Actually, he is really short. I'm gonna call. Hopefully, he goes out. Okay, this is a nice one though. Really not sure what the move is here. Do we actually, well... I mean, he won, but we broke even in the side pot, pretty much, so nice. The pot size bet with the top set took it down there. I don't think betting smaller is the way to go. Frankus666, thanks a lot for the follow. Ooh, he has a like the perfect hand against aces, in the sense that not a lot of equity against us at all. And still he was short, but I think I would have waited in his shoes. Session certainly started off fun with the 400 big blind splash pot at PLO 10. Let's see if another one comes our way today. Hey, Random Shill. Very nice to have you back in the channel. And I sincerely hope life has gotten a little bit quieter and on your end. You know, in the best sense. Ooh, this is... So stuff's happening. Here, this is ideal. And getting let into here is also ideal. I think I'm gonna raise it right away. Here just called, money's going in on this board for sure. Very nice board for aces, I don't know. So he calls and a bad turn rolls off right away. Yeah, against two players, I know. Not my favorite spot. So this one I took down, this one I'll just check. Agreed, Random Shell, agreed. Didn't really think too much about it. I'm still... Can't really let it go. Ooh, nice. I almost did let that one go, by the way. Maybe it's and the chat gets lively whenever you hear Random Shill. That is very nice. Yeah, I'm certainly not playing my A-game today, I think. Still not entirely rested after the Netherlands trip. But I'll do my best to avoid the more costly errors. I'll fold this, see what ends up happening here. That's interesting. Not gonna raise or anything. If he checks, I think I will bet. Definitely cuts down on the queens he can show up with. I was right in the beginning of the stream, no worries. Yeah, I'm not folding this, not overthinking it. Well, quads are certainly fine, sir. Yeah, Jua, there was a 400 big blind splash pot at PLO 10 earlier. Like right at the start of that stream. No, unfortunately I did not. I had a nice double suited queen 8s, 10 8, 6 4 hand or something. But aces actually took it down. Which was definitely nice to see. Always, you know, even though the pot didn't go my way, it's always nice to see aces winning. And he took down a €120 pot at PLO 10. Certainly not bad. We're gonna do down here against this dude. This one I'll let go. The 6 isn't helping at all. Right, what are we gonna do up here? We have perfect blockers, although we are three-handed, so... Yeah, as played. I mean, all in all, I think I would have preferred a flop bet actually, although, nah, I am short, I'm just realizing. So checking is now the way to go, having checked on the flop. It's too late to start telling a story. Need to let it go. Right, it's a little bit too weak to come over the top, I think. Make the 5, like make the 5 a 7 and we can certainly talk about it. Not gonna fold though. We now have a double gutter, one of which would be to the nuts. We have a flush draw. Heads up, Master! Welcome back to the channel, man. Right, so not letting this one go. And here I'm gonna come over the top with a top and bottom. Certainly a welcome side. Here, definitely letting it go. The 10-10 hand? Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah. So what ends up happening down here? We get called here by, wow, more or less random stuff. A hard draw and a gutter, I guess? Wow. Good for us, get aces on the table here. I mean, I have to let it go. Play these aces. Yeah, that was not a fun spot, but I was happy to take it down. He did have a queen, but no kicker. And that was pretty much the best case scenario. Talking about best case scenarios, not sure if this is one. Being the 3 better, I think bet fold is fine. Actually, can I fold this with the gutter? Question doesn't arise, luckily. Here I turn the second nuts, which is certainly a source of joy. Yep, they did, and somebody was in for, like, 3 people were in for 200 BB in that splash. Ooh. Okay, let's see what this once, and then I'm out of the hand. Oh, nice. Perfect. Yeah, agreed, Heads Up Master. If it's a three-way spot there with the 10-10, it's a completely different story about letting it go. And agreed, Drew, the math for the high splash pots, I would be very interested in seeing that as well. I haven't really seen too many discussions about that until now. You scooped a 5k pot live at PLO 300? Hang on, I need to read that. Ace, King, King, Jack. Yes, Ace, King. Very nice. I mean, yeah, if he has Ace, King, I kinda see it. Oh, this is very nice, giving us top 2. Also very nice is this spot here. This king, I mean, I do have a 10 in my hand, so I'm gonna check. I doubt I'll be doing a lot of folding here, and I think I'll be doing some raising here. So he checked behind, and we either split it or he took it down. I need to check it out. King Jack. So he had a Jack, and then he turned a king. Good for him. Yeah, that's a nice pot, Heads Up. Yeah, actually I was below my starting stack there. I'll let this one go, I think. Again, shows you what I know about Heads Up, which is not a lot. Yeah, I think 3 people were sitting at 200 BB. Actually 4. The other guy was sitting on like 600 or 500 BB, but of course effective stack was 200. This one I'm not gonna fold. Different story entirely. I'm gonna be in position. The side cards are nicely connected. I have another suit. And I do flop 2 pairs. It's gonna be iffy. No, don't do it to me. Come on, okay. Pot size, huh? That sucks. This is all in all not a horrible card, I think. Really? Really? Mini Shazam. Really? This did have a hand like that, huh? Okay, I didn't think he was capable of 3-betting a hand like that. Very nice of him. Congratulations, man. I mean, the call is thin no matter how, which way you slice it. I was really hoping for aces and blockers there or something like that. But then maybe that's more of a spot where you pot it instead of going for like 3/4, looking like making it look like a value bet, which indeed it was. Interesting. In the end of hopeless optimists, I like that one. Yeah, as I turned out to be with that river call there just now. I'll take this one down. Here I'm gonna hopefully go for the check raise. Take a note on him actually that he can 3-bet those absolute rundowns. You don't see that too often from sleepy players, which was ultimately the reason why I ended up calling there. Certainly not something I usually think about it a lot. Usually I just fold there. Right? Ooh, that was... First of all, I'm short here, and I think just folding this is fine. Let go and put some more money on this table. Good point, heads up master, good point. If it's heads up, small blind versus big blind. Yeah. Sounds pretty good to me. Yeah, great, it is an excellent point. I can tell by your name, heads up master. I also see you lobbying for heads up on Run It Once a lot. He's on a set nut, or he did make that straight? He did make that straight, yeah. Yeah, excellent reads as always, random. Yes, as I said, even when I am actually playing my A game, this is not a spot where I call a lot. I guess his player avatar had me tripping up there a little bit. Because he had a pure rundown, yeah. Still, don't see that too often from the sleepy dudes. Didn't he? He did indeed. But apart from that one connection loss, things seem to be going pretty smoothly. What?
Ooh, yeah, I'm here. No fear. Now let's all go get some beer.
Frenchie! Oh man, welcome back and thanks a bunch for the sub, man. I think I'm gonna have to take a rain check on the beer. I've been drinking a lot of beer. We had an open bar at the Eurocon in the Netherlands, so I'm trying to give my liver a break. Thanks a lot, Frenchie. That came out of nowhere. Ooh, and it just got auto-folded here. Hang on. Oh no, never mind. It was like a small connection loss there. But that's... Hang on, I'll just answer Run It Once Nick, because he asked how the session has been going in terms of the connection losses and stuff like that. Right. Yeah, Fredgy. Again, thanks a lot. That is certainly a good start to streaming again. Right. Also to note, in PLO, especially as of any race 1, never fold to 1-3 bet. Okay. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. And I guess blind versus blind is heads of PLO. Never fold, small blind versus big blind. Okay, noted and appreciated immensely. As I keep saying, my heads up game is weak, and it really is. I like the I lack the aggression quite often. This is not a happy river at all. And der Alte, welcome back. Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna need to let it go. No two ways about it. Unfortunate. Here, out of position, gonna go with the bigger bet sizing again. Okay, I guess we have to run it. Come on, do something for us. The good old 7-6-4-3 single suited, huh? Taking it down. Fair enough. Do have aces down here, which is nice. See if you can get some money back. Yeah, no, didn't. I actually didn't get to play at all. I put up my computer, and the rest of the 4 days I spent either DJing, which was nice. Somebody brought a digital DJing set with them, so no, it's been like 5 years since I DJed last, so that was a lot of fun. And the other time is just conversations. That's what the Eurocon is all about for me. Having fun conversations with very nice people, very interesting people too. With people making models and actually the simulations themselves for, like, one dude did the mathematical side of the simulation for War Thunder, and another dude did models for them. He didn't model for them, he did models for them. Important distinction, especially if you see the person. Right, so I feel that went alright with the aces there on that board. I can't really see that. I think it's one of the few spots where I just check and give up. What?
Fuck yeah. Time flies.
Doesn't it just? Thank you, Random Shield. That is quite the thing as well. And certainly perking me up a little on a day where things are a little bit slow otherwise. With me still recovering from last week's excitements. Thanks, man. Ooh, and I did rework all the icons, all the emotes, I should say. I hübshed up the Shazam and added a duck for the splashes and something for like a higher tier subscription. Right, very interesting discussion with the small and big blind. Thanks for that. It's very interesting to me. Button versus blind, I'm not folding here, I think. Especially not against the loose aggro dude. Even though, as far as kings go, these are crappy. Never fold if you raise small blind versus 2 single 3-bet. Yeah. I will keep that in mind. Like in the small blind versus big blind spots, if I raise, somebody comes over the top, I will call from now on. No, you're following my lead. It is a good lead to follow, Frenchie. Very interested in that heads up master. Especially once I can, I do have some hand history saved that I just copied out because the spots were interesting to me right away. But especially as soon as I can download and import hands and look for specific spots from all the sessions, then I'd be very interested in doing that heads up master. So thanks for the offer, and yeah, I'm all for that. This is a fine flop. I heard your foghorn, yeah. That sound is nice. I love the foghorn. That is vintage. That is a sound from the IRC days of like 93, something like that. When we chatted via IRC and you could trigger sounds as provided everybody in the channel had them downloaded on their hard drive. And that's where this noise comes from. It's true vintage wave file. Timothy, yeah. Think so too, thanks. Ooh, not a great board. Also not great that this dude cold called. Against the pot size, not much choice there. Awesome! I actually did that one myself. And the other emotes as well. Because a friend of mine who is usually doing them is not really available right now. And so I had no choice. So so now I'm especially glad you like it. No, I haven't either. I kind of hate that it's coming out now. People will think that I ripped off the Shazam from the movie, but actually that Shazam is spelled with one Z. And this Shazam is like an old magic incantation, like as in Abracadabra. Not like magic, but for like stage magicians. It's almost now. Is that a real movie or porn? I'm gonna leave that one alone. Right. I'm gonna bet this one. It's kind of a good board to bet on, I think. How big is the splash? Closing the action, I think it's okay-ish. Could picture the guy saying Shazam. God Lord, no, I can too. I wish he hadn't said that. Like, no, I can't stop picturing it. Ma'am, Shazam, thank you, ma'am. king 7 and he had... Interesting. That's some high-tech boxes. Okay, take this one down. In the splash part where it just limped, or completed I should say, he came over the top. I'll call you once with the king of clubs. I think that's fine. Ooh, actually I did have 2 pair. I'm just now noticing. Give me top 2 certainly sounds pretty good. If we can get some value out of him. Viewer discretion is advised. It is a maturity. It's a channel marked as mature, so we're good. Not saying I anticipated discussions quite like that, but yeah, we're good. I don't know, Frenchie. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out. What kind of channel this is. It is random shit. It is exactly that. Okay, here a lot of money is gonna go in from my end. It's unfortunate. Maybe I should have raised a little bit lower. So I'm gonna have to leave in half an hour. I have the side gig going on tonight, and I am very hopeful that I'll be streaming tonight once more tonight. That I don't find I'll be too tired, but I think I will stream, and it will be. Actually, now I have to check my own schedule. Like 9:30, 10 something Central European time. Right, that's the other thing. I now have my very own Discord server set up. So with the open-ender here and the flush draw, I think this is okay to call. Not gonna be excited if he bets pot. But he doesn't, and we do take it down. So I think we're down a little. I made one certainly questionable call, and the dude had a rundown. Other than that, I don't think I got my money in bet once. And so, good stuff. Happy with how things are going all in all. Down 1.5 buy-ins. I have to talk to the Nightbot. That looks a little bit spammy there. Sorry about that. It ain't supposed to do that. Right? I think he did too. Nice. Thanks. Well, it's a mark of distinction. And apparently that is helpful in the Twitch universe. Jesus! My favorite swear word in English. It actually crept into my English, German day-to-day life. I swear, I do the Jesus swear automatically. Whenever something unexpected happens. Out of pure instinct. It's just so satisfying to say. Hate these spots. You reevaluate the situation. I'm all ears, or in my case, all eyes. I might have the bad sand. If I don't, I might be able to steal it on the river or have outs to the flush, to the straight. Yeah, I think the bet sizing was a little bit large with the ace jack jack 5 of diamonds there. I can't quite recall at this point who might who was that? Who that was? I can't talk. Apparently, I can't talk. Certainly a handicap in this line of work. Wow, speaking of handicaps. Okay, so that was what, 1 hour, 15 minutes, one crash. I'll let the run one sneak low. No. Nope, that doesn't look right. Let this one go. Right, so now I'm not entirely sure if I'm able to sit back in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe it's because I'm not wearing the hat. Has to be it, right? Right. No, not in my pants. Let me guess, the secret is you're not wearing pants. Or anything else for that matter. Oh, seeing you, Random, and Frenchie at the same table has to be a very entertaining thing indeed. Famous something or other. I'm one of the leading world trapeze artists. But recently I've been getting into triangles. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to sit back at these tables. Fair enough. Just gonna reopen them. Ooh, how's that forehand? The ace jack jack 10 double suited. Certainly perking me right up. And I mean, right, so here I'm gonna bet this now with the flush, the double gutter. And I think here I'm gonna continue as well. And bet any, a lot of non-flush rivers, I think. Or just he makes it easy on us and I'll fold. That'll work too. That's one way of closing the session down. Yeah, not quite yet. It was a little quicker than expected. Not him. Woof. Good thing the dealer sorted that one out. This one I'm gonna let go. Having a top pair, certainly a good start. Top 2 is certainly even nicer. The flush ends up getting there. This is not great at all. Also as straight as possible. Took it down on table 2 with the c-bet with the queens there, and I took it down on table 3 when the flush came in. Nice. Good old chip palming. I'm amazed people try that at the casinos with all the cameras. I mean, I guess it has to work sometimes, but not what I would consider doing. It has to be very stressful. Oh, big party at the PLO 20 table. Interesting. Shows how much attention I pay at the tutor table. Well, you know, if somebody's good at palming, then you really have a tough time sniffing that out. It's King 7-5. Wow. What got into him there? Take you on a PLO tour. Oh. You know, as soon as I have the bankroll for that, I will. I would love to. Like croissants. Now I'm getting hungry. Damn it. Okay, I keep hearing things are happening, so I'm gonna take close the stream down in 2-3 minutes. And I need to, which is fair, I need to leave in 20 minutes anyway. So nothing materialized here in this board. See if I can just steal it. In Calgary, I actually heard that Calgary has a pretty good poker scene. Pretty good games far up north. But then again, that info is like 10 years old or something. Okay, not folding. Now I am. Not a fun board, but certainly fun hole cards here. The King, King, Jack, Jack. Sounds pretty good to me to squeeze with. Thanks. Yeah, but unfortunately I'm gonna have to close it down. Apparently like my brother came by, and yeah, I'm gonna have to leave in 15-20 minutes anyway. But it's good to see that, you know, things are running smooth enough, I guess. Not a good spot at all. And that has me hopeful for tonight's stream. That'll work. I think I'll just let it go, alright? It's the button range. He could certainly have us crushed here, yeah. Right, so let's see who's online. Maybe we can host someone fun. Ooh, and by the way, should you wish to, there is the Twitter poll going on, because I couldn't get a match together with PokerBakes, like this whole poker streamer bracket thing. I'll put the link in the chat. If you want, you can help me out and vote, although I still don't know to what end you would be helping me out. I know that I'm advancing rounds, but I'm not sure what's gonna happen at the end of these. In any case, I'll put the link in the chat. So what's going on? Oh, he's really short, never mind. Then I'm going all in. With a pair, all the back doors. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I'll be back tonight, unless I notice that I'm too tired or too something, but I don't think I will. And yeah, so I think I'll be back tonight. As per schedule, whatever my schedule says, then I'll be back, maybe a little earlier. And I'll put the Twitter link here, in case you wanna vote for me there. Oh yes, and PokerBakes drew ahead of me. This shall not stand. 67 to 38% with 13 votes. Right, all the tables have ended, and I'll find somebody fun to host, ideally, and I'll be back tonight. Thanks for watching, and awesome to have all of you back. Frenchie, Random Shill, Heads Up Master, it's very nice. Certainly makes me smile.